19-18 as we start the second half of football here at Beal Stadium in Marshfield.
Yeah, Tigers practicing about 3 or 4 different guys as far as punting beforehand, and I was watching pretty intently here as to who seemed to be punting the ball the best, and Dan Knitsch came back and was punting again as well, and he had the most distance, but also looks like it takes him a while to kind of get the ball away as they were throwing some practice snaps to him. So this will be interesting. That probably will also make a difference for the Tigers, Gene, as well, as far as if they have any kind of fake punts. Now, we haven't seen the Tigers do that yet this year, but they've been known for some pretty tricky plays in punt situation with Coach Littman doing a lot of the special teams work. But that probably is going to throw those things out the window as well tonight. So, yeah, be a interesting situation if the Tigers are in punt situation too often, because I'm sure that Rapids will put on the all-out rush as they did the last time.
Dan Knitsch getting set to kick off for the Tigers. Our kickoffs tonight, a service of Rail Transport of Marshfield, the Take Home More, Be Home More carrier. Experience the power of red from Rail Transport in Marshfield. Eddie Flick and Rylan Lubeck back in deep safety for Wisconsin Rapids. Knitsch kicking off from south to north. And here's a high bounder down the near sideline, rolling around to Flick, and he bobbles the football, picked up by Lubeck, and he falls on it just inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I like to see that, the hard knuckleball, and it took 2 really high bounces over the second wave, and then another wave of return guys who couldn't get the ball, and it was bouncing around down there. And Tigers almost had that ball. That's a free ball after it goes 10 yards.
So Rapids puts the ball in play at their own 19-yard line as we start the second half here at Beal Stadium. Brady Goska at quarterback, Joe Ritchie his big fullback, Rylan Lubeck and Kenny Stofflet the wingbacks. Stofflet in motion, it's Ritchie off tackle for very little, about 1 yard, maybe 2, as Mike Shuren submarines in there.
Yep.
Looks like Wartella there as well on that stop for Marshfield. At the 22-yard line, gain of 2.
Well, Rapids will try to double team somebody at the line of scrimmage inside in the Tigers' 5-man defensive front. It's usually going to be a defensive tackle, and a couple times tonight, Shara has really done a nice job against the double.
2nd and 8 from the 22-yard line. Stofflet in motion. He gets a pitch, heading for the far sideline, and does it get outside across the 30, at the 35-yard line, across the 40-yard line, pulled down there by Zillman. It's a first down run for Wisconsin Rapids.
Yeah, Rapids really did a nice job of blocking the contain that time. Their slot and wide receiver both cracking down and doing a nice job of sealing off the Marshfield defense. Coach Len Lutke Jr. yelling out instructions on the field and kind of pointing and yelling towards the other side of the field and the defenders over there.
Gain of 18, 1st and 10 Rapids at their own 40, still early, 3rd quarter. And Marshfield leads 19-18. Wideouts on both sides. Double wing. Goska now will yell some instructions to either sideline. He might be changing the play once again. Now back under center. And he'll hand to Ritchie. He's in the secondary to midfield, to the 45-yard line, to the 40. Breaks a couple of tackles down the far sideline, the 20, the 15, the 10, and pulled down by Zillman inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Goska saw something that he liked on his left offensive side, some sort of a blocking advantage there, and Ritchie got the ball and blew through a hole and ran over somebody about 15 yards downfield, and he's got pretty good wheels for a big guy.
And Ritchie carries all the way down to the Tiger 2-yard line. It's a first down for Rapids at the Marshfield 2. Rapids trailing 19-18. Halbert comes into play quarterback on this play. And he'll hand to Ritchie off tackle, and he's submarined by Sternweiss and Zillman and stopped at the 1-yard line, did not get in. 58 yards on that last run by Ritchie. 2nd and goal now for Rapids at the Marshfield 1-yard line. Rapids about to go back on top, and it's Goska himself on the quarterback sneak, and he doesn't get there.
No signal.
Nope. He's held outside the goal line once again. Ben Wartella right there to make the hit at the 1-yard line. So 3rd and goal for Wisconsin Rapids at the Marshfield 1-yard line.
Here comes Ritchie off tackle.
Tiger fans on their feet. Goska at quarterback. Gives to Ritchie off tackle. He gets in for the score. Joe Ritchie walks in from 1 yard away. His third rushing touchdown of the ball game to cap a 6-play, 81-yard scoring drive, and Rapids back on top, leading this contest 24-19.
Yep, Ritchie walking into the end zone that time. Got a nice double team block off of right tackle.
And now Ritchie will attempt to kick the PAT. Goska is the holder. Ball down, kick is away, and the kick is up and through. So Ritchie converts on the PAT try. 10:07 remaining in the third quarter. Our score, a service of the Sports Den of Marshfield. Wisconsin Rapids 25 and the Marshfield Tigers 19. Back to Beal Stadium in just a moment.
What'd she say?
She said whatever.
No, she says it all the time.
What's that?
Hello? I'm on the phone. Mom, I'm on the phone! Hello? I'm on the phone.
Who's this? It's me. I'm on the phone. Mom.
Oh, you were on the phone. All right.
Sorry.
Sorry. Anyway.
Who are you talking to? Kelly?
Mom.
All right.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Wisconsin Rapids to kick off. Our kickoff sponsored by Rail Transport of Marshfield, the Take Home More, Be Home More carrier. Experience the power of red from Rail Transport of Marshfield. Devin Peterson now will kick off for Wisconsin Rapids. Stanley and Riley Gabeline back deep for Marshfield. Line drive to the far sideline, rolls inside the 25, inside the 20, is fumbled around there, and I think went out of bounds. It was actually touched along the far sidelines by Marshfield's Logan Schmitz, who may have been standing out of bounds when he touched the football. So the Tigers get the ball right around the 20-yard line.
Logan had a real tough choice there. That ball had kind of a side spin on it and squirted over towards the Rapids sideline around the 20-yard line, and it was a matter of whether it was going to go out of bounds or stop dead. We've seen that happen to the Tigers a couple of times, and just stopped inside that out-of-bounds line.
Tiger football on their own 20, early third quarter. Rapids leads 25-19. Marshfield in the I set. Elliot Ashbeck playing quarterback. Hands to Van Tassel and has a seam off the near side to about the 22-yard line. Picks up 2 on that run.
There's Vince Beagle on the tackle. Linebacker.
Fine player. Beagle, by the way, has 1 defensive touchdown this year for Rapids, a 41-yard interception return against D.C. Everest. 2nd and 8 for Marshfield at their own 22. Here's Cody Tarnowski coming in for the first time tonight, and Dolzal will leave. Tigers a bit confused in their huddle. And now they break and come to the line of scrimmage. Lysecki to the near side. Marshall far side. Padron the slot man. Ashbeck in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Back to pass. Throws far sideline and low throw in front of Tarnowski. Incomplete. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 8 for Marshfield at their own 22-yard line. Dolzal comes back in. And Peyton Marshall will leave. Tigers playing toe-to-toe with this Wisconsin Rapids ball club, which is unbeaten in the conference, and their only loss this year to the number 2 ranked team in the state, Homestead High School from Mequon.
It was overtime, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. From the eye, Ashbeck back to pass, being rushed up to a screen pass. Van Tassel gets taken down, though, behind the line of scrimmage, in fact, inside the 10-yard line. There was a strong rush by linebacker Devin Peterson. Ashbeck got rid of it, and then Van Tassel got the ball, but got leveled back around the 8. That screen pass actually loses about 14 yards. A pass play for minus 14. 4th and long for the Tigers. And Ian Padron will punt from the goal line. His first punt. Gets the snap, rushes on. Ian gets it out of there. High kick at the 40-yard line. It's grabbed by Marriott, who called for a fair catch, then ran with the football.
I was wondering. I thought I saw that hand go up in the air, and so did about 4 Tiger players who stopped. They had him surrounded, and all of a sudden he just took off and started running, and it was like, whoa, wait a minute. Come back here.
Marriott made the catch at the 40, but that will be an infraction. Our quarterback sacks tonight, a service of Quality Roofing of Marshfield. Defend your property from Mother Nature's hard drives with a commercial roofing system from Quality Roofing in Marshfield. Officials discussing this. We have 8:35 remaining in the third quarter. Marshfield now trails Wisconsin Rapids 25-19. By the way, you may have seen that last night in a ball game in the Milwaukee area, the number one ranked team in the state in Division I, Kenosha Bradford, lost to Franklin, which was ranked number 2 in the state in Division II. Apparently a sudden rainstorm came up during that ball game, and they had sloppy conditions and a number of turnovers in that contest, and Kenosha Bradford got beat by Franklin. Well, Wisconsin Rapids puts the ball in play here at the Marshfield 45, leading 25-19.
Short field again.
Yep.
That's the kind of team you got to make them go at least 80 yards, and hopefully they make a mistake somewhere along the line.
Marriott and Quick the wideouts. Ritchie the fullback, double wing set. Goska playing quarterback. And he'll call out his instructions at the line of scrimmage. Line now is down, and Goska gives to Ritchie in the secondary once again, and pulled down by Dan Drock inside the 35-yard line at the 33. That will be a first down for Wisconsin Rapids.
Same play that Ritchie ran for 58 yards on off of left tackle. Getting a good, apparently I can't see it quite from here, but probably a good double team block on that side.
Gains 13 on that run. First and 10 Rapids. Now at the Tiger 32. Court Halber comes back into play quarterback as Goska leaves on this play. Halber, a small left-hander. He's only 5'10", 162, and a junior. Haven't seen him run the ball very much. He'll take off this time and gets a late pitch to Ritchie, who carries it down inside the 20. There's a flag down, though, on this play along the far sideline. Penalty on the play. Halber with a late pitch to Joe Ritchie, who ran inside the 20. But this play may come back. Mike Shura now limping off the field. That'd be a loss for the Tigers, as Mike has played exceptionally well in this ball game. Looks like the Tigers want some yardage. It's a holding call against Wisconsin Rapids. Our insurance points of the game tonight, sponsored by Randy Lemoyne, your American Family Insurance agent in Marshfield.
Rapids has stopped themselves somewhat tonight. Couple holding calls on first down tonight. 3 procedure calls as well. That has slowed them down on some of their drives. Actually forced them to punt on 2 of them.
Ball goes back to the 34. It's first and 12 for Rapids at the Tiger 34-yard line. Goska playing quarterback. Comes to the near side with some instructions for Tim Quick, wide receiver. And Goska will give to Ritchie again in the secondary. Carries inside the 25 to about the 23, and Daniel Drock brings him down right there. But Ritchie on that carry very close to another first down.
Boy, our defensive tackle on the right side there was 3 yards deep in the backfield and ran right past Ritchie on the play rather than closing down on the dive. I'm not sure if that's happening consistently or not.
Wartella out, and Bodie Krall comes into play, nose tackle. Second and 1 for Wisconsin Rapids at the Tiger 23. And Halber will hand to Ritchie again in the secondary to the 15, the 10, the 5-yard line, and pushed down near the goal line. He is out of bounds inside the 5.
Same play, just that belly option play, handed off to Ritchie over left guard and tackle. We're just getting blown out of there.
And Ritchie carries down to about the 3-yard line. It'll be first and goal. Now they've run Ritchie 3 times on this series, Dale, for 13, 12, and 19. 7 minutes left, third quarter. Rapids leads 25-19. First and goal, Rapids at the Tiger 3-yard line. Here's Ritchie again, straight ahead, runs into Zillman, but carries him in the end zone for the touchdown. So all Joe Ritchie on that drive. In 4 plays, he goes 45 yards for the score. And Rapids scores again, now leading 31-19. 4-play, 41-yard or 45-yard scoring drive for Wisconsin Rapids.
You know, there's big holes on the right side of the Tiger defense over there, and from what you see at ground level, you're probably saying, boy, they're just blowing us out of there. But it'd be interesting to see when you look at the film. Quite often when you see such big gaping holes, when you look at them in film studies, somebody just isn't lined up right.
Wisconsin Rapids using a timeout here, their first timeout of the second half. We do want to mention we'll have NFL football for you Sunday here on WDLB, the Miami Dolphins and the Green Bay Packers, followed by the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. Coverage of those games will start Sunday morning at 11:30 right here on AM 1450 WDLB. You are listening to Marshfield Tiger football on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and on WDLB WOSQ.com. Keith Haney producing our broadcast this evening. With Delia Kaitis, I'm Gene Delicio. We're awaiting a Wisconsin Rapids PAT try. 6:52 remaining in the third quarter. Rapids now leading by 12, which is their biggest lead of the ball game. And Rapids does line up to attempt the PAT, but Marshfield not ready. The Tiger defensive unit still is at the sidelines and now hustling back onto the field. Halber is at quarterback with Goska at tailback on this play. And Goska gets the pitch coming to the near sideline, gets outside of Lysecki, but then Stanley pulls him out of bounds about the 4-yard line. Good job by Dan Stanley once again, and the attempt at the PAT is unsuccessful. So we have 6:52 remaining in the third quarter. Our score sponsored by the Sports Den of Marshfield. Wisconsin Rapids 31, Marshfield 19. And back with more football in just a moment.
So you're the new girl.
Yes.
That's cute. Go on in.
Mr. Felsnikoff, thank you for overlooking my credit score. I was in college and I charged up a whole bunch of things that I really couldn't afford. Who knew employers checked that?
Hey kid, I don't credit check you. You don't credit check me. Capiche? And sometimes it floods in here. You might want to start wearing boots.
Potential employers can check your credit. Don't let your bad credit put you in a bad job.
Tigers now down by 2 scores, trailing by 12 midway through the third quarter. And our Rapids kickoff, a service of Rail Transport of Marshfield, the Take Home More, Be Home More carrier. Experience the power of red from Rail Transport in Marshfield. Devin Peterson kicking off for Wisconsin Rapids. His kick is away. It's a line drive towards Gable line. He grabs it on the 10. Riley Gable line near side 20, 25. A lot of room down the near sideline across the 40 and pulled down at around the 45-yard line by the kicker, Peterson, who played off a block of Dan Stanley and made the tackle near midfield.
Very good kick blocking again, setting up a wall over here towards the Tiger bench. Nice block again by Stanley downfield as well.
Yep. Marshfield football on their own 44, 6:45 left, third quarter. And the Tigers trail 31-19. Elliot Ashbeck at quarterback tonight. Chris Steeman still bothered by a leg injury. Dolezal and Van Tassel in the eye. Wideouts on both sides. Ashbeck, quick out pattern, far side to Padron at midfield. Breaks a tackle and dives down to about the Rapids 46, about a yard shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, cornerback Joel Steinhilber was playing off almost 9 yards that time and then gave some more ground and had to come up and make a tackle, try to make a tackle on Padron.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 for Marshfield at the Wisconsin Rapids 47-yard line. Peyton Marshall far side, Jake Lysecki wide on the near side. Dolezal and Van Tassel in the eye. Ashbeck to Van Tassel, straight ahead. He'll have the first down. He's gang tackled at the Rapids 44, but does have enough yardage for the first down, a run of 3 for Todd Van Tassel.
Tigers need to get in and get out of the huddle. Over 6 minutes left in the third quarter. There's still a lot of time, but can't be wasting a lot of time on the sidelines here. They're going to need every possession they can get against this Rapids team that really has it going offensively now behind Joe Ritchie.
Halfway through the third quarter, Tigers trail 31-19. Lysecki on the near side. Padron wide out far side. Dolezal and Van Tassel in the eye. Rapids shows blitz. Beagle backs away. Ashbeck back to pass, going deep down the near sideline for Lysecki. He goes up but can't make the catch. One-on-one along the near sideline with Kyle Art, and neither could grab the football. It's incomplete.
If anything, Lysecki doing a nice job of acting as a defender there and making sure that it wasn't intercepted.
So that brings up a 2nd and 10 for Marshfield at the Rapids 44-yard line. Double slot now, Lysecki and Padron on the far side. Marshall and Austin Littman to the near side.
Tigers have had good success out of this formation tonight.
Ashbeck in that pistol set with Dolezal next to him. Elliott gets the snap, fades to pass, rolls near side. Now stops, and he'll just take off and step out of bounds around the 42-yard line. And a flag comes in as it looks like Vince Beagle was a bit aggressive along the near sideline and pushed Ashbeck once Elliott crossed the sideline.
Well, Beagle came in and hit Ashbeck 4 yards out of bounds and slammed him into the fence just about down here. I don't know what that's all about. Well, it is pretty tight corners down there along this sideline with all the Marshfield players. The fence is relatively close here.
Now Ashbeck runs for 4 to the 40-yard line, and more yardage marked off. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct call against Wisconsin Rapids, and so that should move the ball to about the 25-yard line. So the Tigers now in scoring range, a first down for Marshfield at the Rapids 25 with 5.5 remaining in the third quarter, and Marshfield trailing 31-19. Van Tassel and Dolezal now split behind Ashbeck. Lysecki and Padron both out to the near side. And Ashbeck drops back to pass the ball. With time, flings it near sideline, caught by Lysecki at the 15. He juggled it, but held on near the first down marker. Good job by Lysecki, who caught the ball, then got hit from behind by a Rapids defender. In fact, that was Goska, who's playing defense in this situation. And Lysecki managed to hold on for a gain of 9 yards.
Tell you, Dolezal was wide open, running a wheel pattern down the other sideline as well. Marshfield will come back to that.
2nd and 1 for the Tigers at the Rapids 16. Dolezal and Van Tassel in the eye, wideouts on both sides. Ashbeck pitches to Van Tassel. Getting outside, good block by Dolezal, but he can't turn the corner and pulled down at the line of scrimmage. Good job by Rapids as they string out that play, and no gain for Van Tassel.
Yeah, Tigers got away with the illegal use of hands or a hold on the outside there too. The official went and kind of reached for that penalty flag, but then decided against it over there on that Rapid sidelines. He's hearing about it right now too.
Lysecki comes back in. Tigers with a 3rd and 1 at the Rapids 16. Lysecki near side, Padron far side, Dolezal and Van Tassel in the I formation behind Ashbeck. Straight ahead, Van Tassel not much. He stopped near the 15-yard line, near the first down marker.
Tiger offense is reacting like they're short.
Looks like they are. 4th and less than 1 for the Tigers at the Rapids 16-yard line.
Sure would like to see Peterson and Dolezal here in that combination.
I think you're going to get your wish. Okay. Here comes Peterson.
Here he comes.
He was meeting with the defense. He will come in to play fullback, and Dolezal will play tailback in this situation. Van Tassel will leave.
Marshfield better pick up the pace here on this play, taking a long time.
4th and 1 Tigers at the Rapids 16. Peterson and Dolezal in the eye behind Ashbeck.
There's a 5-second count.
Ashbeck to Dolezal, and he'll leap to the 15-yard line, and he may not have gotten there.
No, too much penetration that time by the defensive front from Rapids. Dolezal had to try to jump up over the top. He didn't get there, and he's down, and possibly someone is down. Someone has a leg problem.
Tiger ball player is down. That is Dolezal holding his right ankle. And so he'll be attended to. Some more personnel come out to attend to Brad Dolezal. The Tigers stopped on downs with 3:25 remaining in the third quarter, and Wisconsin Rapids still on top in this ball game, 31-19. Tonight's collision of the game sponsored by Arts Body Shop in Marshfield. If you're involved in a collision, take your vehicle to Arts Body Shop, 1702 South Central Avenue in Marshfield. Tiger fullback Brad Dolezal is now down. Sully Lipke was injured earlier in the ball game and left the ball game in an ambulance. And Brad Dolzal now hurt on this play, and some medical personnel out to attend to Brad Dolzal. So the clock is stopped with 3:24 remaining in the third quarter, and Wisconsin Rapids leading Marshfield 31-19. And looks like Brad now is getting up, and he'll come off the field under his own power.
Well, that's good to see. Doesn't even seem to be limping very much either.
So Brad trots off the field, but Wisconsin Rapids has the football back at their own 16-yard line.
Could have been a cramp. You know, Dolzal's had some long runs tonight, a 58-yard run and on a 28-yard run on a pass, a 43-yard run on a pass. Been running very hard tonight for the Tigers.
Rapids ball on their own 16. Goska at quarterback, Ritchie at fullback. And Goska to Ritchie. No, it's Goska getting outside. He has another running room across the 30-yard line to about the 32. They fake to Ritchie that time, and Goska runs it himself for about 16 yards.
Tigers did a good job that time stuffing Ritchie right at the line of scrimmage. Goska pulled that ball out in that option read and took it right off tackle right behind the backside of Ritchie.
Rapids has scored on each of their first two possessions here in the second half. They have a first down now on their own 32-yard line. Wideouts on either side. Stofflet in motion. Inside counter to Lubeck, and he gets hit by Reggie. Spins forward to the 37-yard line and tackled there by Schmitz and by Shara.
Yeah, Reggie doing a nice job of reaching in and grabbing a hold of him.
But Lubeck does gain 5 on the play. It's 2nd and 5 Rapids at their own 37-yard line. Brady Goska playing quarterback. Joe Ritchie lines up at fullback once again. Stofflet goes in motion. It's Ritchie off tackle. Now the ball pops loose and rolls into the offensive backfield. It's covered by a Rapids player, but back inside the 30-yard line. Fallen on by Stofflet, I think back around the 28-yard line. That'll be a loss of 9 yards.
Didn't see what happened on that because I was following Ritchie through the line of scrimmage, pretty determined that he was going to get the football, but he didn't. And all of a sudden the ball's going the other direction.
Well, the Tigers have Rapids in a 3rd and long situation here. 3rd and 14 for Wisconsin Rapids at their own 29-yard line. Tigers have to be aware of that pass play here. Rapids throws pretty effectively. The Tigers have held Rapids in check in the passing game tonight. Goska at quarterback, drops back to pass. Near side, the ball is batted down by Reggie. Going to the near sideline to Adam Damrow, and Dylan Reggie got a hand up, knocked that ball down. It's incomplete, and that puts Rapids into a punting situation. 4th and 14 for Rapids at their own 28-yard line. And Devin Peterson comes in to punt. Riley Gabeline in punt formation for the Tigers at his own 35-yard line. Good snap back to Peterson. Here is his kick, a good one. Gabeline back at his own 33 to the near sideline, 35, a flag down behind the play. Gabeline down the near sideline into Rapids territory, taken down around the 35. Tiger coaching staff is furious because we're going to get a block in the back call on Dan Stanley.
We're going to call a block on him, and a block in the back. The official from the far sideline coming in to make the call, and very questionable call. Tiger coaching staff and Dan Stanley just really upset about the call. This is going to move the Tigers back inside their 30-yard line as opposed to being in Rapids territory.
Well, the flag thrown on the 35-yard line, so the Tigers will likely start this series about their own 25-yard line. Tiger offensive linemen tonight, Stuart Rhodes and James Bailey at tackle. Mark Posh and Cody Cheek at guard. Trevor Barth is the center. The Tiger offensive line this evening. 1st and 10 for Marshfield at their own 25. Tigers trail 31-19. 90 seconds left in the third quarter. Ashbeck in the shotgun here. Gets a low snap, back to pass the football. Here comes a screen far side. It's grabbed by Dolzal, who's pulled down at the 20-yard line. Rapids defends that well, and that screen pass loses 5 yards.
Yeah, I think that's kind of run its course.
Yeah. Tiger offensive lineman tonight. Sponsored by the hard-working linemen of Marshfield Utilities, because it's the linemen who help supply the power to make it all work. Tigers lose 5 on that screen pass. 2nd and 15 for Marshfield at their own 20-yard line. Lysecki wide near side. Padron flanked on the far side. Tarnowski and Dolzo on the backfield. Quick pass far side. Padron at the 25 and toss out of bounds around the 26-yard line.
Padron got hit hard, getting up very slow, out of bounds on the far sidelines. Rapids crowd, they really fired up over that hit.
Pass play gains 5 to the 25. 3rd and 10 for Marshfield at their own 25-yard line.
Padron is okay coming off the field, though, on this side.
Tigers looking to convert on 3rd and long. Marshall and Lysecki, the wide receivers. Tarnowski and Dolzal split behind Ashbeck on 3rd and 10. Elliott drops back to pass. Has time here, lots of time. Runs to the near sideline, still on his feet. Takes off across the 30. Gets a block upfield and steps out of bounds near the 35. Very close to a first down marker. And they're going to mark him out of bounds, I believe, around the 34, which would be about a yard short of the first down.
A lot of noise coming from the Tiger coaches to our right over here, and what they're upset about is that there was a player from Marshfield running a pass pattern across the middle downfield, and he was knocked down downfield. And quite upset about that. Now the referee over here talking to the coaching staff on this sidelines.
Well, Ashbeck ran out to about the 35-yard line. He did gain about 10, and we may have a measurement here. Chains are coming across the field, and we will have a measurement. Ashbeck running for 10, a key measurement here. Tigers certainly want to keep the football, get the first down in this situation. Chains being stretched in front of the Marshfield bench. It looks like Marshfield short by several inches. Tigers last possession could not convert. They had 3 cracks at a 1-yard situation. 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, and 4th and 1, and could not convert. But it looks like Marshfield will go for it here on 4th and about a foot. That's maybe 8 inches just across their own 34-yard line.
Well, don't really have a choice here, not only because they're down, but also Rapids is just moving the football at will.
Peterson comes back into play, fullback, with Van Tassel at tailback. 4th and inches for the Tigers, just shy of their own 35-yard line. Rapids bunches up that defensive line. Ashbeck pitches to Van Tassel, the near side, breaks a tackle, dives across the 35 for the first down. Some good penetration by Eddie Flick of Wisconsin Rapids, but Van Tassel made him miss, and TJ heads back upfield, gains 2 yards, and picks up the first down. 1st and 10 for Marshfield at the Rapids 37, with 30 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, and Rapids leading 31-19.
Very emotional game here tonight on both sidelines.
Padron and Lysecki, the wide receivers. Dolzal and Van Tassel in the eye. Ashbeck under center on this play. Ashbeck taking a long count, hands to Van Tassel across the 35-yard line, pulled down around the 42-yard line by Vince Beagle.
Oh, Beagle got him from behind. Got him from behind by the hips. Otherwise, Van Tassel's go off to the races on that one.
And that play ends the 3rd quarter here at Beal Stadium in Marshfield. Our 3rd quarter score, a service of the Sports Den, South Central Avenue in Marshfield. It's Wisconsin Rapids 31 and the Marshfield Tigers 19. We'll return with 4th quarter action in just a moment.
Mom, shouldn't we pick a place to meet? If you're not home, should we go to the neighbors? Should I pick up Sophia at the babysitter's house?
There's no reason not to have a plan in case of a terrorist attack.
How do we keep in touch with each other if the phones don't work?
And some extremely good reasons why you should.
If we can't make it home, who will pick us up?
Talk to your family about what you would do in case of an emergency. For more information, go to www.ready.gov.
So nice out here.
Yeah, I used to come out here when I was a kid. Nothing.
No, I definitely heard something.
Look! Who's that? Let's get out of here! What are you doing? Stop the car! Okay, okay. He does? I'm sorry! Come on, baby!
Think history is a little scary? Then log on to LOC.gov and see how much fun it can be. The Library of Congress at LOC.gov.
Marshfield Tigers in the ball game against league-leading Wisconsin Rapids. We start the fourth quarter with Marshfield trailing 31-19. Tiger football on their own 43, 2nd and 5 for Marshfield.
Tigers have had some people like Dolezal and Stanley and others make some big plays tonight. They need to keep their skilled people making big plays here. Padron, Lysecki with a couple nice catches as well. Need to keep that tendency up here.
Double slot for Marshfield. Ashbeck in the shotgun on 2nd and 5. Elliott gets a high snap. Hands to Dolezal, getting outside of the 45 to midfield. Ooh. Takes a hard hit right there at midfield, but will have the first down for Marshfield.
Woo. Beagle and Dolezal meeting over here on the sideline. That's our collision of the game right there. Goska also in on that head knocker.
That's a gain of 8 for Dolezal. A first down for Marshfield at midfield. Early fourth quarter, Marshfield trails Rapids 31-19. Dolezal leaves the lineup. Tarnowski comes into play fullback. Van Tassel the tailback. Padron flanked on the near side. Lysecki wide on the far side. Ashbeck on the draw to Van Tassel, pulled down after a short gain. A good defensive job by a Wisconsin Rapids defensive lineman. Marcus Sen makes that play. Otherwise looked like Van Tassel had some running room. No gain for Todd Van Tassel. 2nd and 10 Tigers at the 50. This is the 8th play in this drive, so at least the Tiger defense getting some rest here. Tarnowski and Padron will leave. Lysecki and Marshall to the near side. Van Tassel and Dolezal split behind Ashbeck. Tyler Rollins, tight end on the far side. Ashbeck back to pass, being rushed, flares it far side to Dolezal at the 45-yard line. Breaks a tackle across the 40, down to the Rapids 37. Another tough run for Dolezal after a catch and a Marshfield first down.
Yeah, he should have had 8. Ended up with 15. Ran over a Rapids player back at the 42-yard line, but lugs it down to the 32.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Inside the Rapids 40-yard line. Marshfield trailing 31-19. Lysecki and Padron on the far side. Dolezal and Van Tassel in the eye. Fake handoff. Ashbeck rolls toward the far side. Throws on the run a bit too far for Lysecki. Makes a diving effort and does catch the football. Good diving catch by Lysecki right on the Rapids 30-yard line. Gain of 8 on that pass play.
Sometimes on TV you hear him talking about a quarterback throwing a receiver into a catch, and Ashbeck put that ball the only place where Lysecki could get it. At first when he threw it, I thought, uh-oh, that looks like an interception. But Ashbeck threw it low and away and made Lysecki come back for it. Nice execution.
2nd and 2 for the Tigers at the Rapids 30. Tarnowski and Van Tassel in the eye. Ashbeck gives to Van Tassel, looking for room to the near sideline. Not much. Gets back to the inside and is close to the first down. Did not have much running room, but may have gained 2 yards and enough for a first down depending upon the spot. Good effort there by Van Tassel, who picks up 2 tough yards on that play, and we will get another measurement.
Van Tassel and Dolezal have combined for 95 yards rushing tonight. Tigers with 103 yards on the ground, 164-yard passing at this time. Dolezal, by the way, Gene, with 5 catches for 86 yards tonight.
Boy. Brad also caught 7 passes for 88 against Merrill, so he's had some big receiving ball games. Caught 2 passes for 43 yards against East a week ago.
Jake Lysecki with 5 catches for 56. Ian Padron with 4 catches for 26 as well. Even Peyton Marshall, a couple of catches. Those were very early in the game. He's got 19 yards. Tigers really haven't gone back to him since then.
Chains are out, so we'll have a measurement here. And Marshfield does have the first down.
All right.
1st and 10 Tigers at the Wisconsin Rapids 28 with 10:20 remaining in this ball game, and Marshfield trailing 31-19. In fact, they'll mark the ball closer to the 27 on this play. Tiger offense to the line of scrimmage. Padron near side, Wysecki far side. Both Van Tassel and Dolzal in the backfield. They're split behind Ashbeck. Ashbeck back to pass again. With time, lobs across the middle. Rollins wide open to the 20-yard line, breaks a tackle and carries down to the 14-yard line. The first catch tonight for Tyler Rollins. They use him on that tight end screen, and he gains 13 for another first down.
Actually, Gene, that's a tight end delay pass where they run a back out of the backfield, and because of that, the linebacker has to run with him. A well-designed play by the Tigers there, and then Rollins just delays and then goes into that vacated area in the middle.
9th catch this year for Tyler Rollins. 1st and 10 Tigers just inside the Rapids 15. Dolzal and Van Tassel in the eye. Ashbeck fakes the handoff, gets a good block from Dolzal, throws in the end zone. The ball's caught. It's a touchdown. Padron makes a catch as he outjumps 2 Rapids defenders for the football. The Tigers on the scoreboard again.
Padron doing a real nice job there, hand fighting the Rapids defender as that ball was thrown up into the air, and the officials letting them both play a little bit. Padron getting the better of it. A little bit of a push off to create some separation, then went up and caught that ball high in the Tiger sideline corner.
Ashbeck with his second touchdown pass to Ian Padron tonight to cap a 12-play, 75-yard scoring drive. Now Kinich with the PAT try. Ball is down. The kick is on the way. Long enough. The kick is up, and it's no good. Wide to the near side. The kick is no good. And so the Tigers misfire on the PAT try. 14-yard touchdown pass to Ian Padron gets Marshfield back on the scoreboard. We have 9:36 remaining in the fourth quarter, and our score is now Wisconsin Rapids 31, Marshfield 25. Back to Beal Stadium in just a moment.
This is fine. Thanks.
Well, the Marshfield Tigers back to within 6. We still have over 9.5 minutes left in this ball game. And Dan Kinich now kicking off for Marshfield. Our kickoffs sponsored by Rail Transport of Marshfield, the Take Home More, Be Home More carrier. Experience the power of red from Rail Transport in Marshfield. Tigers now need to make a defensive stop, get that ball back as they trail by 1 score. Dan Kinich kicking off in place of Sully Lipke, who was injured earlier tonight and left the field via ambulance due to an apparent injury to his right leg. Kinich is set, and here is his kick, and he grounds one down the middle. It hits off a Rapids ball player, picked up on the 25-yard line by Lubeck, who carries to the 30. And a good stop there by Sternweiss, got some help from Brandon Baltus as well.
That was Vince Beagle of Rapids in that second line of kick returners there that came up and tried to field that spinning ground ball, but it took a high hop just as it got to him and went off his left shoulder.
Well, now Marshfield's defense needs to make a stop here. 1st and 10 Rapids at their own 30. 9.5 left in regulation time, and Rapids leading 31-25.
Yeah, offense is one thing. Defense is the name of the game right now for the Tigers.
Goska at quarterback, Ritchie at fullback. He's had a big second half.
Going right.
And here is a whistle behind the play.
Procedure again on first down.
Wisconsin Rapids called for motion. So that brings the ball back to the 25-yard line. And it will be 1st and 15 for Wisconsin Rapids.
Rapids quarterbacks look like they're taking a look at the position of our defensive tackles and then determining which side they want to run to, trying to find that bubble, whichever one they feel is a little wider between nose guard and tackle.
Quick and Damrow, the wide receivers. Ritchie at fullback, right behind Goska. Line is down. Lubeck in motion. Handoff goes to Ritchie, but not much off the right side this time. He's gang tackled after a short gain. Dylan Reggie is there. A couple of other Tigers in on that stop as well. I think Zillman helping out with Sternweiss. Ritchie gains 2 on the play. 2nd and 13 for Rapids at their own 27-yard line. They send wide receivers to either side. Stofflet and Lubeck are the wings on this play. Lubeck goes in motion, gets a pitch, heading for the far sideline. It's strung out. He turns the corner and then gets away from Zillman, hit by Sternweiss at the 35 and pulled down there. Well, you're right. Lubeck awfully slippery. Should have been tackled around the 30, but gained 5 extra yards on the play.
Not a real big guy there. He bounced off of, it might have been Sternweiss over there. I couldn't tell.
Tigers bring Bodie Krall back into play, nose tackle for Ben Wartella. And here's a big play right here. 3rd and 5 for Rapids at their own 35. Tigers down by 6, and they want the ball back. Tigers need a defensive stop right here. 3rd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
They go to Ritchie. They've been having success going to quick
count, and Ritchie gets the call, gets hit by Reggie, and gets spun down around the 37. Dylan Reggie jumps on Ritchie's back and knocks him down after a gain of 2, and the Tigers may get the football back here.
Wow, Rapids trying to go tricky there. They come up in a kind of an up position and then go down with a snap count. Usually that time they tried to go on a quick count, and actually that backfired on them. They weren't ready for it.
Now Rapids will send the punt team in. It's 4th and 3 for Rapids at their own 37-yard line. And
yeah, Marshfield doesn't know if to keep the defense or the punt return team on. Hope they got
high snap pulled in by Peterson. Here's the kick. It's a good one. And Gabeline calls for a fair catch and makes it at his own 32-yard line. He was touched by a Rapids ball player, but very little contact there between Steinhilber and Gabeline, and the officials elect not to throw a flag for basically just a tap as Steinhilber stops short. But Marshfield has the football back at their own 33-yard line. The Tigers trail Wisconsin Rapids 31-25 with 7:30 remaining in regulation.
Tiger sidelines not happy again. Tiger fans, you can probably hear them down below, not happy here with the officiating right now. It's a very emotional game tonight.
High backfield, and on first down, Ashbeck rolling near side with time to throw the football across the middle. And here pass goes to Rollins. He gets hit from behind before the catch, and we may have an interference call here on Rapids. Tyler Leverance comes in a bit early, and he knocked down Tyler Rollins, making the attempting to make the catch of the 43-yard line. And we will have interference here on Wisconsin Rapids.
Close play, not close according to the Tiger fans over here. It was close contact. Looked like the Rapids player went through the back of Rollins to try to get to the football. That flag actually thrown by the official from this near sidelines rather than the back judge, who quite often calls that. Kind of thrown from a long distance away.
Major infraction against Rapids. The Tigers now have the ball on their own 48. 1st and 10, trailing by 6, 7:26 remaining in regulation. From the eye, Ashbeck on the draw. Van Tassel to the midfield strike. Breaks a tackle to the 45. Reverses his field and pulled down from behind by Marcus Sen at the 44-yard line. He'll be within a yard shy of the first down marker.
Well, there's a good example of trying to keep running and keep playing. Marcus Sen that time, it was about 2 yards deep in the backfield, turned around and chased that play down from behind. He doesn't, and Van Tassel scores.
2nd and 2 for Marshfield at the Rapids 44-yard line. Under 7 minutes left in regulation. Padron near side, Lysecki far side, Dolzal and Tarnowski in the eye. It's Tarnowski straight ahead, and not much, maybe a yard.
I think that was Sen again. Yep, that was Sen again on the play. That
boy, they're going to give him a great spot there, Dale.
Oh, they did.
Down.
Oh, my.
Looks like Tarnowski with second effort got to the 41 and gains 3 yards for the first down. Looked like he was stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I thought so.
So a first down for Marshfield at the Rapids 41. 6:35 remaining in regulation. Marshfield trailing 31-25. Dolzal and Tarnowski in the eye. Ashbeck back to pass here, being rushed, gets hit and spun down back at the 50-yard line. A quarterback sack for Wisconsin Rapids. The quarterback sack made by Frank Bruink, normally an offensive lineman, playing defense on this play. And that's the first quarterback sack allowed by the Tigers tonight. The ball placed back at the Marshfield 48-yard line, a loss of 12. So a tough break for the Tigers as they're placed into a 2nd and long situation. 2nd and 22 now for Marshfield at their own 48-yard line. Marshall and Padron far side. Lysecki wide on the near side. Ashbeck in the shotgun. Gets the snap, drops back to throw. It's a screen pass near side to Dolzal, down the near sideline, 45, and dives to about the 41. And James Bailey made quite a block on Beagle on this near sideline.
Beagle came down to the sideline and was trying to make a play. Bailey hit him once, knocked him back 3 yards, went after him and drilled him again and decleated him. Wow.
Well, the Tigers pick up 11 on that pass play. So now they're in a 3rd and 10 situation at the Rapids 41-yard line. Big play here. Padron and Lysecki to the far side. Dolzal and Tarnowski in the eye. Rollins tight end on the near side. Ashbeck at quarterback. Elliott back to pass here with time. Going deep to the far sideline looking for Padron. It's intercepted. No, it's tipped away and Padron has the football and carries down to the 10-yard line. That ball caught by Padron on a deflection, and the Tigers have the ball at the Rapids 10-yard line.
I don't know if that was that Goska back there? No, that was Tyler Hansen back there for Rapids, and the ball went right through his hands. He just whiffed. I'm looking at the same thing you are, that uh-oh, that's going to get picked, and all of a sudden there goes Padron.
Gain of 31 on the play, a 1st and goal for the Tigers, just inside the Rapids 10-yard line. 4:40 remaining, and the Tigers trail 31-25. Fake handoff. Ashbeck rolls near side, stops, still looking, throws in the end zone, over everybody's head, incomplete.
That's all right. Nobody open, trying to hit Rollins. He saw Rollins towards the back of the end zone and threw it up high, gave him a chance to get up for it, but Rapids did a nice job on coverage on that bootleg pass.
So a 2nd down play here, 2nd and goal for the Tigers, just inside the Rapids 10, 4.5 remaining in regulation, and Rapids leads Marshfield 31-25.
That last play, one of the rare times where Ashbeck probably could have run the ball on the bootleg.
Wideouts on both sides. Dolzal and Tarnowski in the eye. Ashbeck on the draw. Tarnowski straight ahead to the 5-yard line and in the end zone for the touchdown.
Outstanding blocking by the Tigers in the middle and on the left side, especially. All 3 linemen on that left side, center, guard, and tackle on the left over there, doing a great job turning their people outside. Stuart Rhodes being one of them. Brandon Sukamel got a nice block as well.
Cody Tarnowski goes 10 yards for the score. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the season to cap a 7-play, 67-yard touchdown drive. And we are tied at 31 with 4:28 remaining in regulation. And now Dan Kinich, the backup place kicker, attempting to give Marshfield the lead. Ball is down, kick is away, its distance is good, and the kick is good.
A flag too.
A flag down as well. Kinich went down, and so there's a flag down on the play. That kick by Dan Kinich gives Marshfield the lead. And we'll see what the flag is. It could be a roughing call here.
Yeah, it'll be on Rapids.
Which might be assessed on the kickoff. But Marshfield with that kick now will take the lead. 4:28 remaining in regulation. Our score, a service of the Sports Den of Marshfield. It's Marshfield 32 and Wisconsin Rapids 31. And we'll come back with more football from Beal Stadium following these messages.
Mrs. Johnson, good to see you again. This is Mike. You can trust him. He looks just like you.
I'll be sucking up to you in order to make you sign the loan.
So, here are your low monthly payments and interest rate as we promised. Here's where they triple. The rest of this is really just here so that we get your house when you can't pay us back.
Such a lovely house.
Predatory lenders are never this easy to spot. Call us and protect yourself with the facts.
Tigers take a 1-point lead with 4.5 remaining in regulation. Tiger fans on their feet. And now Dan Kinich will kick off. The Tiger defense has to hold this 1-point lead for the next 4.5 minutes. Remember, Joe Ritchie, the Rapids kicker, has kicked 1 field goal tonight and does have now 4 field goals this year plus 1 last season. Kinich to kick off. It's a long kick along the far sideline, a very high kick, and grabbed by Flick at the 12-yard line up the far sideline. Dolezal pulls him down as he crosses the 25.
I got to believe that there is a dead ball foul call there. Marshfield should have received the 15 yards for roughing the kicker as well, but the coaching staff here could not get the attention of the officials. They went ahead with the kickoff, ignoring it. Oh well.
Rapids ball on their own 27. Marshfield by 1, 4:23 remaining in regulation. Goska at quarterback. On first down, Ritchie straight ahead, spins and gets nothing. Alex Arndt made first contact, and then Zillman pulls him down for a very short gain, maybe 1 yard.
Well, frankly, that's the side they've been running to a lot. They've been running to that side that Arndt has been playing tackle on, but that time he was right there to make the tackle on Ritchie.
Now a second down play for Rapids. 2nd and 9 at their own 28, under 4 minutes left in regulation. Got to watch that surprise pass here. Marriott wide on the near side. Goska back to pass, looking near side. Low throw, pass Marriott, incomplete. Quick slant to Marriott, and Goska threw the ball by him, incomplete.
Well, Goska threw it to the outside, and the receiver ran an in-cut on the play. Goska quite upset with his receiver pointing as far as the route that was run or not run on that play.
Well, here's a big play right here. 3rd and 9 for Wisconsin Rapids at their own 28-yard line. Marriott to the near side, wide out far side as well. There's a pitch play, Stofflet coming near side. Stanley springs it out, brings him down back at the 31-yard line.
What a play by Stanley. He went through a blocker, just literally ran through a blocker, Ryan Lubeck, who had good position on him, but Stanley just wouldn't be denied. Shed the blocker and made a one-hand tackle.
And now Coach Biolo has a decision to make. 4th and 7 for Wisconsin Rapids at their own 31-yard line. Does he go for it or give the ball up? Looks like he'll go for it. Goska on the field to play quarterback. Clock moving, 3:10 remaining in regulation. Big play right here, 4th and 7 Rapids at their own 31. Goska pitches to Lubeck. He wants to throw the football down the far sideline, over Quick's head, incomplete pass.
Halfback option pass. They pitched it back, and the ball was well overthrown that time by Ryan Lubeck.
The Tigers take over on downs. They'll put the ball in play at the Rapids 31-yard line. 2:55 remaining in regulation, and Marshfield leads 32-31.
How many timeouts left for Rapids?
2.
Okay.
They used one earlier in this half on a PAT, I believe.
Yeah.
Tigers need to maintain possession. A couple of first downs might wrap it up, but this one far from over. Dolezal and Van Tassel in the eye. 2 receivers on the near side. Ashbeck to Van Tassel. Across the 30-yard line, down to about the 27, protecting that football. Van Tassel gets 4 on first down. Clock moving, 2:40 remaining in regulation. Marshfield leading Wisconsin Rapids 32-31.
Hope Sully Lippy has access to a radio and is listening to this up there at the at the hospital. Of course, Lipke leaving the ball game early with what looked like a pretty serious leg injury.
Should the Tigers win, they'll be guaranteed a playoff spot. High backfield, Dolzo and Tarnowski behind Ashbeck. 2nd and 6 for the Tigers at the Rapids 27. Ashbeck on the draw. Tarnowski straight ahead, dives down to about the 22-yard line. He'll be close to a first down.
Rapids blitzing that time, and the Tigers running the draw, and Beagle and the other inside linebacker ran right by Tarnowski.
Well, they're going to spot him back upfield, Dale, at the 24. Gain of 3. That still leaves the Tigers with a 3rd and 2.
His knee must have touched the ground, then he bounced up again, kind of in that scrum. We couldn't see it from our angle.
Clock down to 1:45 remaining. Again, Rapids has 2 timeouts left. 3rd and 2 for the Tigers at the Rapids 24. A first down here might sew up this ball game. Dolzo and Tarnowski in the eye. Ashbeck to Tarnowski off the right side. He gets hit by Beagle and spun down. He'll lose a yard. And now Rapids might take a timeout here. Rapids will use their 2nd timeout. They stop the clock with 1:23 remaining in the 4th quarter. And Marshfield leading 32-31. Will return to Beal Stadium following this message. One spot here.
Why is your mom driving us to MetalCon?
Remember when I bought us all snowboards on that credit card and never paid it back? Well, I guess they check that stuff out when you apply for a car loan.
Afterwards, we'll all go out for ice cream.
Don't let your credit put you in a bad place. Go to controlyourcredit.gov.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Ashbeck go on a bootleg and keep it, or to pitch the ball to Dolzall on an outside play here.
Big play here. 4th and 4 Tigers at the Rapids 25. Ashbeck back to pass, bombing it down the near sideline for Padron. He goes up, the ball's knocked away, a flag is down. Padron got bumped before the ball came down. We may have a defensive call against Rapids.
Yep, he got pushed in the back. The defender put his hands on the lower back of Padron as he started to go up for the ball and gave him a little nudge.
And so if this is a defensive call against Rapids, the Tigers will have a first down.
And again, that's the from the line of scrimmage. That's not down there near the 5-yard line where the pass interference occurred.
But it will be enough for a Tiger first down. Again, a win by the Tigers tonight will guarantee them a playoff spot. A loss by Rapids means that their game with Stevens Point next week at Rapids will be for the conference championship.
Rapids players applauding here right now. The officials now meeting with both teams between the 20 and 25-yard line.
It is interference on Rapids.
I think what happened is the official called pass interference but motioned the wrong direction, because the Rapids fans were standing and cheering. The Rapids players were cheering, but it was pass interference against Rapids. I think he just pointed the wrong direction.
Well, now the ball moved inside the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Rapids 13. 1:17 left in regulation. Tigers by 1, and Ashbeck will take a knee. Ashbeck takes a knee here. Rapids does have 1 timeout to use, and they'll use it right here. Rapids will take its final timeout with 1:12 remaining in the 4th quarter, and Marshfield on top, 32-31. We'll report back in just a moment. One spot again. Well, quite a job by the Marshfield Tiger football team tonight, in position to knock off a ball club which is ranked in the top 10 in Division I. The Lincoln High Red Raiders, number 9 in the Division I poll this week. Marshfield by 1 with 1:12 remaining, and Rapids now is out of timeouts. So Elliot Ashbeck with a couple of more knee plays, and we should be done.
Well, keep in mind, as soon as the ball is spotted, there's 25 seconds that can run off the clock. Of course, the Tigers will snap it before that 25.
Tigers in that tight formation. Padron acting as a safety man back around the 25-yard line.
Minute 12 left. There's one. It's only second down.
And Ashbeck takes a knee once again. Clock will roll, and Rapids again cannot stop the clock.
Okay, when will they mark the ball ready for play?
Ball put back at the 17-yard line.
Marked ready for play with 59 seconds left. Third down.
So this will be a third down play. Ashbeck will get to the line of scrimmage and wait for that back judge.
Yeah, he's got to wait
to make his time count. Clock now down to 40 seconds. Ashbeck looking at that back judge. Now he begins his count. Elliott again takes a knee back at the 20.
Okay, let's see when the officials will spot the ball.
Ball spotted back at the 20-yard line.
Spotted with 25 or 24, so that should be it.
Ashbeck may or may not have to take one more snap. Rapids players standing around. Rapids fans awfully quiet. Tiger players congratulating themselves.
Well, this is their conference championship, Gene, really, when it comes right down to it. I mean, to knock this team off.
Winding down, and this ball game is over. The Marshfield Tigers with a big upset win here at Beal Stadium tonight, handing Wisconsin Rapids their first conference loss of the season. And with this win, the Tigers guarantee themselves a postseason playoff berth. Our final score tonight, a service of the Sports Den on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. Marshfield 32, Wisconsin Rapids 31. We'll have a full recap on our post-game report in just a moment.